I'm having trouble. I'm in trouble. I am trouble. What's the difference between these? Today, we're going to learn about some of the ways that we use the word trouble in English. And don't worry, because this video is not going to focus on grammar. However, I do want to mention two things very quickly before we begin. While the word trouble is very similar to the word problem, trouble is an uncountable noun, whereas problem is a countable noun. So you will hear people say a problem, but you will not hear anyone say a trouble. And while problem is always a noun, trouble can also be a verb. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at how we can use the word trouble in our daily lives. If we say that someone is in trouble, it means that they are in a bad situation. Something bad is probably happening to them now or going to happen to them soon. A few examples. We are in serious trouble. This just means that we have a very serious problem. He often gets in trouble with the law. This means that he often does illegal things and gets caught by the police. A mother might say to her son, "You are in big trouble, young man." This means that he did something bad and she is very upset with him. Or you could be in trouble with your wife. This means that you did something that upset her. But if we say that someone has trouble, this means that something is difficult for them. And there are two main ways that we use this. First, we can use it with the ing form of the verb. Some examples. She has trouble understanding what I say. This means that it is difficult for her to understand what I say. We had trouble finding the location. This means that it was difficult for us to find the location. I'm having trouble hearing you. This means that right now it is difficult for me to hear you. And we can also use it with nouns. But when we use nouns, we need to include the word with. Some examples. He has trouble with English grammar. This means that English grammar is difficult for him. She's having trouble with the new computer. This means that she is experiencing difficulty with the new computer. I had trouble with the lock on the front door. This means that using the lock on the front door was difficult. And sometimes we say that someone is trouble or seems like trouble. This means we think that they will cause problems or do bad things. For example, I don't like your new friend. He seems like trouble. This means I think he will create problems or do bad things. Those guys are trouble. You should stay away from them. This means I believe that they do bad things, and they are not people that you should hang out with. You can also create trouble or cause trouble. This means to create difficult or bad situations. Maybe you accidentally created a bad situation for your friend. You might say, "I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to cause trouble for you." Another common expression that you might hear on TV or in movies is, "I don't want any trouble." You're downtown and someone says, "Hey you, what are you looking at? Do you want to fight me?" You can reply, "No, I don't want any trouble." And like I said earlier, trouble can also be a verb. When someone says that something troubles them, it means that it is making them feel worried or concerned. If someone says, "What's troubling you?" they just want to know what you are worried about. If someone says, "This troubles me," it just means that they are worried about it. You might also hear someone say, "Please don't trouble yourself." This means, please don't help me because I don't want to bother you. But if you really want to help that person, you could reply, it's no trouble at all. I'm happy to help. And I'm sure that there are many more ways that we also use the word trouble, but I think that this is enough for one video. I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching.